Hey guys and gals, welcome back to the Renegade Ride page. It's been a little bit since we made a video. Things have been kind of busy, so thanks for sticking with us over here, and I thought I'd give you a quick update. So we're back in the shop here with the 55 Chevy. Brittany has removed the carburetors, and they are over on the bench getting ready to be rebuilt. The car sat for a while, gas turned to turpentine. And you know the old story, so we're going to flush out the fuel system, get things straightened out, get these carburetors rebuilt, and put it back together. It's a great car. I'm sure you've seen it on the channel. It's actually in the opening. So this is a 55 all steel with 355, 671 blower, a couple idle bracks on top. Fun car. So it's more of a nostalgia car, not really a full-time drag car at this point. Kind of a street strip. You can see it's a shifter car. And so on. So again, we've seen this on the channel before, but we'll show you as we move along on this. We'll show you some other projects that we're working on. All right, and we're back. Sorry, battery of course went dead in the camera. That's how it works. So this of course is the '68 Mustang Fastback. Sort of an Eleanor car, but it's very blacked out. So we've got this car disassembled again. This is an old restoration that never got finished, and we're getting ready to finish it. So you can see over here we've got some suppressor mat to go down on the floor to kind of quiet things down and seal things up a little bit. We have removed the engine and transmission again. We have the transmission updated to a slave solenoid, and we're going to be putting some new pedals and all that. Engine's over here. So you got 351 Cobra, pretty nice little motor. Nothing super special. It's not the big block, it's the small block, but let me show you the transmission because that's kind of special. All right, so here we go. Pardon my shadow there. So this is a Tremec 6-speed that's going in there. Much more stout than the factory transmission that was in this car. I ought to give it some pretty good performance. Again, we've had it adapted over here on the side, so that we have the plates and the mounting, and I've got all the parts over there, so that we will be going with a new clutch pedal setup and a new hydraulic slave cylinder going on there. Let's see, what else have we gotten done here? So these are the doors. I've got them off on fender stands here covered with blankets, and I have added all new hardware to the inside and outside. New window regulators in there, new door handles that we've got on there for right now while we're testing. And all of the rods. So there's 4 rods, one that moves this lock up here, and one that moves the key, and one that moves the door handle and up to the outside, and of course the one from the inside here when you pull up the handle. So those are coming together. Real fidgety. We were missing all the hardware that went with it. Didn't come with the car, so we had to kind of look around, find the right hardware to make everything fit. This is a real puzzle. It's tough. We generally work on GM cars here, but this is a really nice car, and I think when it's done, it's going to be something special. You know, it'll be enjoyable. So we're working on that. We did remove the wiring harness from the front of the car because someone had put a painless wiring harness in here, and it wasn't very nice. So under a little bit of protest of my own, actually removed it. One of the big problems was the harnesses were run through these holes up here, but no grommets or anything, and some of the wires were just cut kind of short and all that kind of stuff. So saved the wiring harness in the back to the taillights, so we have that here running along the door up into the dash, but everything under the dash has now been removed, and we're going to replace that with a modern factory harness. Here's a little look at some of the stuff we got sitting over here. So a lot of new parts are piled up, body clips, and these are the dome light switches for the doors, and we've got the book, assembly manual for making notes. These are brand new door locks that are going in, and you know, all the little stuff that you have to do when you're restoring these things. So there's a new set of keys and so on. So this is all the stuff for the doors, and you can see what I was talking about. These are little rods. Here's 1, 2, 3, and this long one right here. So there you go. New clutch pedal. So that's going to go in. The gas pedal, the park and brake lever And over here, I don't know if you can see, it's a little dark, but there's our slave cylinder for the transmission, all the mounting brackets, and up here we're going to be using, this is a wheelwood. Wheelwood. So this is the wheelwood master cylinder for the clutch. So we'll get that in on the firewall. And it's a slow project. We're moving along with it a little at a time. Here's the other door over here. Same thing happened here. New rods, new everything on the interior. So these ought to work pretty good. Brand new door cards for these to go on here yet. So you can see how nice that's going to look. Obviously the handles are not coming through at this point. But so new door cards, all of that going on. Going to be a good car when it's done. But it's a slow process like any of these things. And it's a puzzle because we didn't do it all. So now we're trying to figure out what everybody else did. And we're kind of through that phase now. We'll be moving on. There's your new window glass sitting here. So those are all new passenger windows, driver and passenger windows. All right, let's check out another project. All right, so this is a Nova, Chevy Nova. Let's see, 71. I keep getting that wrong. But this is a drag car. So you can see on the insides, it's got a roll cage. Let me just give you a quick look. A couple of seats. This is kind of as we got it. We have done some disassembly on it. But it is definitely a drag car. It's got an offset firewall. You can see how they tuck the firewall further back in. So there's a little more room here under the hood. There's the front end, factory front end still on this thing with coilover shocks and stuff like that. So it's kind of a stalker in that aspect. It's sitting up on jack stand. It's got a Dana 60 axle behind it. Wheelwood brakes all the way around. Really nice cage in there. Setback dash. And somebody did a really great job on all the tin work. So the tins inside, you can see there's still some Clecos in there kind of holding stuff together, so it's not permanently riveted. But they did a real nice job. The tubs are really nice. And the cage is very, very well done. So this is a winter project. There's a nose for it over there. These giant tires came out here that don't even fit this car, so I don't know what we're going to do with those. And of course there's your classic Chevy Nova front end right there. More or less, so it's kind of sitting on a cart. This is all metal, so there's a little bit of fiberglass in this car, deck lid. There's a couple of doors sitting back there in the corner. These are fiberglass doors that came with it. Somebody had started to do a bunch of work on this. Got a brand new fuel cell. And again, in the trunk here as well, the tins are all done really well. You can see they kind of did a nice job at that. Partially plumbed for some fuel here. Battery holder. We do have all the windows for it. I'm not sure whether we'll use them all. These are plastic windows and fiberglass doors, so they're pretty light, which is good. Got a pile of crap over in the corner here. There's a deck lid and a front tray there, and another hood, plastic bumper. There's another deck lid there, wheelie bars. So this switch box is in there, which we'll probably reuse that. So this is a pretty good one. Here's the carburetors Brittany's working on. So those are the carburetors for the 55 that I was talking about earlier. Sorry if I'm moving kind of quick, but I don't want this video to last forever. So a couple other things that are happening in the shop. I'll take you a walk over here. It's a little noisy. I got a fan on over here. So this Cadillac's on the lift right now. It has no brakes, and so probably too dark up in here to see. Hardly I can see, but up in there, there's definitely broken brake lines. So that's going to need a little TLC. And we've got some plans for this. I'm not going to share with you what they are now, but this is it's going to change a little. Let's just put it that way, and then we'll leave it at that. I'm not going to really talk about it, but we're going to get the brakes fixed and take it from there. There's the bus. There it is. Had it outside yesterday. Fires right up. Drives really good. Still about 1,000 years worth of work to do, but we'll get it. Generator down here. I mean, you guys have kind of seen this thing in the past. We have made some progress, and I will show you what that is. So we'll go inside here. Again, a whole ton of parts for the bus, so that's all coming together. So let's take a walk up inside. The driver's area. It's a little dark in here, kind of a mess. because there's stuff just thrown everywhere. But that's not really what I want to show you. So I'm gonna come up here, up through the hatch. We have installed all of the solar panels on the roof. So one of the things we did first was to coat the roof. And you can see this is kind of a, maybe harder to tell on camera, but this is a rubberized roof coating, or siliconized. So we're going to touch it up a little bit more as we go, but the whole roof has been covered with it, so it's all nice and shiny white. There's the rest of our solar panels. Brittany also worked to get the air conditioners and vents and all that kind of stuff. So pretty much all these things up on the roof here are done. You can see here the brackets all sealed up, some of the wiring. Right now we've got, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 8 panels on here. And I think that's what we're going to stick with for now. Eventually I'm going to put a big internet TV satellite antenna thing up in the front here. So yeah, you can see, and here's the connector where the fuse goes. We've got these disconnected right now, although the wiring does go down to the control box. The batteries aren't hooked up yet, and we do take it outside, so it is disconnected, because once you take it outside, it starts working. I hope it's working here under the fluorescent lights a little bit, but we don't want it to be live until we're ready for it to be live, so we took the fuse out. Hope you guys are having a good day. Like I said, this is kind of an update video on what we're doing here at the shop. Of course, majority of our time is spent working at the racetrack, so it's racing season, so kind of taking a few minutes here just to give you guys kind of an update. You can see how big that thing is. It's just, it's a beast. It really is. So working on that. This is one of the taillight enclosures I've got here. Kind of deciding what we're going to do. This is the passenger side taillight that goes on the back of the truck. You can see it's got yellow, red, white. They're not in the right order. And this is a 24 volt replacement, because the brake lights and rear lights of this thing are 24 volts, along with a lot of other things on the bus, except for the headlights. So a lot of 24 volt bulbs, and we have 12 volt bulbs, so it's really kind of combined together. But they don't sell. This is an incandescent lamp in here. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, maybe, but this is an incandescent lamp. It's kind of an old fashioned thing, and they really don't make an LED that fits in here. It's this size, so there's like mounting brackets and all that. So I think what we're gonna do, stuff's everywhere here, is get rid of these. This plate comes out, and I think we're going to make a new plate and get round tail lights, LED round tail lights, and cut a new plate this size with round holes and put that in there. So we'll see how that goes. We got to get a pattern drawn up. Other than that, that's about it. Pardon the wind noise from the fan, but it's kind of warm today, so we're just giving it a break. All right, well, from the Renegade Rides shop, I got to get some work done, but we'll get some more videos up here shortly. And I know we're working on a couple of new things as well, and maybe another new channel, so we'll let Brittany talk about that. But from the Renegade shop, you can find us on Facebook at Britt Taylor Racing and at Renegade Rides. You can watch us, of course. You're probably watching us already on YouTube, so I don't need to explain that. You can follow Britt Taylor Racing on Instagram if you're out there. And from all of us here at the shop, and especially Speedy Gonzalez, we're going to let you go. But we'll talk to you soon. We'll have some project videos coming soon. All right, later.